Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Motorsport Manager. We are continuing our challenge series, and we're about to start season number 7. Now, last season was better than expected season, I would say. We actually had 2 podium finishes last season, and ranked, I think, was it 4th overall? Let's check. We were, 4th overall. Not a ton of points off of 3rd place, although also not a ton of points ahead of 5th place. So, could have just as easily been 5th. A little bit more effort maybe, but could have potentially snuck into 3rd. But overall, not bad. And no wins. Like I said, 2 podium finishes, but no wins. We did have the 6th and 7th place drivers overall, which is pretty awesome. I'm really hoping that goes into this next season and really helps us out. I think Zempelli, did they go up? They should have, right? Yeah, they did. And then who came down? Can we tell who came down? Was it Archer? No. It's not Ozu. It's not Firebird. Is it Garuda? Garuda came back down. So Garuda Racing is probably going to be one of our nemesis this year. Nemesis? I don't know. They're going to be one of the people we have to go against this year, most likely, because they're probably going to be a pretty good team. Overall, though, we are 6th place on the car, which is a pretty significant improvement over where we've been in the past. We've been 10th and 9th for, quite a bit. We actually have the 3rd best drivers, which is impressive. 1st place on headquarters and staff. Only 2nd place on sponsors, which is a little bit surprising. And then 2nd place on pit crew, which is actually pretty good. I'm pretty proud of the 2nd place pit crew. Where is Garuda? Garuda is 1st on sponsors, but they're pretty low on both of these. And they're actually pretty low on the drivers. Archer and Dragon are the 2 better driver ones than us. But Garuda is ahead of us in the car, which makes perfect sense. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this next race. Looks like it's going to be potentially raining on race day itself. Tire wear is very high. Fuel burn is low. But other than that, I think that is it. Let's get in here. We're going to go ahead and hit the 6th or 7th or above, I should say, Football Manager sponsorship. See if we can get a little bit of money coming in. I hope so. And we got Layla and Roland here as our drivers. Anything I need to change around here? I think we have already equipped all the better parts and stuff. Layla is listed as number 1, so she gets the best parts. And Roland is listed as number 2, so he gets the 2nd best. And that is exactly how it's set up. Still don't have a lot of reliability at the moment, but we'll make do, and we'll get going. Let's go race. Still miss the music. Something like that. I don't know. too many copyright, tags on it. By different people, too, which is weird. It's not always the same people that were getting copyright tags on the music for this game for whatever reason. Go figure. It's all good. We'll just go without, and at least we have the engine music, or engine sound, I should say. All right. There's no pay driver or anything like that in our 3rd spot anymore. We just have this backup driver, Miss Wenda here. So we'll go ahead and take our first 2 drivers for that. And I mean, honestly, there's not much to change here. We'll kind of keep doing the same thing we've been doing, which is pushing things over to one side or the other. That way we know which direction to go. Something like that's probably good enough. And Supersoft 68 tells me that we're probably not going to be able to use the Supersofts. Probably going to go softs on this track. Probably going to be too much wear. Go with the super softs. Let's go handling. I don't know. Let's go one side or the other. Actually, neither side's really going to get us super close to where I want to be. Yeah, we'll go up here, I guess. We just do a little bit of that, maybe. I mean, that's about as good as it's going to get, probably. We know it can only go one direction, but at least it'll tell us how far to go. And we will take the practice this time. Try and lock in those things. Now that we actually have a chance. I don't forget to actually send them out. And bring them back in real quick. Alright, we got results. There's something. Again, at least we know which direction to go, so that's a start. So good here. Actually, it's a lot closer than I would have expected. So I really don't have to go too far with the downforce, probably. And then handling, we have to go really far. Do something like that. And we're actually okay on the speed balance, which is a little bit surprising. Maybe something of that. I bet we have to go more in the handling, but we'll start with this. I'd rather not overshoot it if I can help it. All right, 60%, a little bit better, but not by much. So definitely quite a bit more downforce, quite a bit more handling, and then actually pretty close on the speed balance. Something like that, maybe. Bring you both back in. Try and fit 2 races into this episode again. Really trying to push through these seasons as much as we possibly can. Ah, we did get an excellent. Up to 84%. Downforce. So just a smidge more downforce. Quite a bit more handling, though, which is expected. Keep the speed balance locked in. Go, go, go. And you actually have a couple crates. That's not bad. And 92. I could live with 92% if we didn't get any better than that. I think we can, but just saying. All right, so a bit there. Just a smidge off on the other 2. So probably speed bounce the other direction. Maybe something like that. That might be too far on those, but we'll try that. We're going to both in one more time. And then we might be okay after that. Oh, okay, yeah, you're obviously perfect. So we'll go ahead and send you out because we know you're going to be great. Well, excellent, to be more precise. 98%, I'm happy with that. We could probably tweak it a little bit more, but the gain we would get from a small tweak is probably not worth it. And it would be really hard to figure out which direction to go on any of these. So I'm just going to accept the 98%. Send you out. Actually, I'm going to send you out on a longer stint. And go. You, however, still didn't quite get the handling. So we went to good, to great, to great. So maybe a little bit more on the downforce. And then we went from very poor to okay. So quite a bit more still on that. And then, okay, excellent, excellent. Yeah, we're still in excellent there. That's good. Try that. I probably will bring you back in one more time. Just, I'd really like to get at least above 95% if I can. It's kind of my goal. We actually lost on the downforce. We're at 95% though. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to lock the downforce into one of the grates that we know about. Hope it does not mess these other ones up too much. And I think that will be good enough. We're going to send you out for your final stints. And I think that should probably get us about 96, 97%, something like that. Assuming it was done correctly. Hopefully it was. Hopefully we can get our level 3. Yeah, we should definitely get our level 3. Knowledge on everything. Pretty quick little practice session. Not too bad. Uh, 15th, 14th. Doesn't bode super well, if I must be honest. But I'm hoping we do better in the actual race. It's hard to gauge. I mean, we haven't been going really hard on the strategy or anything, so that does play a factor. We also haven't done much improvement on parts. It's possible these other guys have. It's hard to say what the factors could be. I am kind of expecting top 10 finishes though. We put 4th or higher for the season, which is a little bit aggressive, but I think reasonable. Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of rain. We'll see if it's enough rain to actually warrant intermediates. It looks like it will be. Just for this first maybe half of the race, maybe third. Because honestly, by the time it's hard, it's not gonna stick. But by the time it gets to like down that spot right there, if you can look at where my mouse is, just, you know, maybe a lap 14, 13, something like that, it will be low enough to go back to slicks again. So we will definitely start at intermediates. I think that's okay. We might need the quick fixes just for this first race or two, because we are still low on the overall reliability. So we'll do quick fixes just in case. We might as well take advantage of the fact that we have it. We'll do race trim, and then I don't want to do super overtake. We'll do pit stop guru and race trim. I think that's going to be okay. Super overtake's fine, but definitely not early in the race this season. That's just too early. What did you get up to? 97%. I will gladly take that. Do we want to change anything on the fueling? I mean, we're going to get to level 12. And actually, honestly, lap 12 might be close enough to go ahead and swap over to slicks. So I think we will leave it on max fuel and be fine with that. And we'll go ahead and just bring you both out on double red. I mean, it's going to be a little early to go back to the slicks, but I mean, we're not going to pit. No, we wouldn't want to pit more than that. So, yeah, I think we'll have to accept it. We did get up to fourth in is it randomized, or I forget if it's randomized or no, it's by first name, isn't it? Yeah. So Roland and then Layla. Cool. Anything you want to change here? Nope. I think we're good. Let's get the race going, guys. Come on. Let's get off to a good start. Pretty bad start for Roland here. I'll be up to 4x and just kind of keep an eye on things for just a little bit. Get at least a lap in on the red. We can start spacing out a little bit. Maybe we can bump it up, or bump it down, I should say. Kind of have to conserve the fuel a little bit, so fuel probably needs to come down sooner. We might be able to stay red on the tires just a little bit longer. It is a little bit of a cool day, especially with the weather. Well, the weather's not, temperature's not cool, but I feel like, I guess the water, I would assume, keeps it a little cooler longer. Maybe it's completely irrelevant. Alright, let's drop you down to push now. A little bit of temperature into the tires, finally. And once we cross the line here in a second, I will actually see what strategy we want to do for each person. We may want to push one of you guys a little bit more. Probably want to push Greaves a little bit more, let her pit first. So I'm going to check her thing first. You just passed. It's not enough to go 8 laps. Unless we go down to medium. And I think we will. I'd like to stretch the fuel out as much as possible. Whereas you, we might actually push you up higher. Although, you know what? Let's go medium for a little bit. Let's go medium for a few laps. I'd like to see if we can kind of conserve a little bit of fuel and stretch out at least one more lap of fuel. It's really going to help us out with the rain. If we can do that. And actually, we're going to go ahead and drop down to neutral on the tires as well. We're already down to 60%. They don't have quite the same, you know, performance bands as other things do. Alright, we're going to be almost to 6.6 when she crosses the line, so that's close. One more lap and we can push her up to orange for sure. Don't know if we're going to push Roland up to orange yet or not. We'll have to see. Although with the tires going down the way they are, I don't know that they're both going to last. We're going to have to drop down to conserve on the tires. Really try and stretch these tires out and long enough to pit again. We went pretty low on the tires. Alright, we're at 5.5 right as we cross the line. We might have to go yellow for like half a lap here, but then I think we can push Greaves up to orange. And then we'll come back to Roland. Roland may just stay on yellow for the whole time. Again, his tires are going to get pretty low, but it doesn't have the same performance degradation as other things do, as other tires do, so we may just have to deal with it. Alright, Greaves, where are you going to be at when you cross the line? Right now, 4.4, perfect. So you're going to come in 4 laps. Roland, I don't know if we can stretch you to 5. Barely. If we keep you on yellow, I think we can stretch you to 5. Starting to lose some temperature in the tires, so we're going to have to be a little careful with that. But I think this is the right move. I mean, avoid one more pit than we have to. It's going to be close. I'm going to have to check you again in a second. I think is it 0.9 laps or 1 lap on yellow? I thought it was 0.9 I read somewhere, but I've also heard somebody say that it's 1. So he was at 3.47 when he crossed the line, wasn't he? So we'll check here in a second when he crosses the line again. No, it's definitely 0.9. So still not quite enough to get 3 laps out of him. We got 2 laps out of you for sure. I need 3 laps out of you, so I'm going to drop you down to low. It is dropping you down positions, but I think we'll gain those back in the next stint, quite frankly. Tires are really low, and they're getting really cold. I have to come up at least normal. Try to get a little bit of temperature back into them. I don't know if he's going to make it 3 more laps on the tires, to be honest. Again, we could run intermediates, as far as I know, almost all the way down. We're crossing the line right now, 1.1. Let's drop you down to yellow just to be safe. And we are going to schedule your pit. And we are going to come out on... It's going to be a tiny bit of rain at the very end, but I think we have to come out on slicks now. And we will do softs. Man, the tire wear on this track is terrible. We'll do 11 in a bit. Park conditions, I mean, if we can fit one in, we might as well. I mean, we're going to fill up on fuel anyway. 50% is our lowest, and we've got time to fit it in. So, yeah, let's go for it. That's because of her double speed. We might as well take advantage of it while we have it. You are going to get so low on the tires. We're going to have to just push just for a little bit, just to get a little bit of... Oh, no. Well, we don't have to worry about rolling anymore. That's unfortunate. I mean, there's not much you can do about that. That is what it is. Greaves, you are our only hope. You are our #1 driver, though, so... We are putting a lot of pressure, put a lot of points on you. I mean, there's a lot of weather out there. But everybody else is coming out on slicks already, so that's fine. I am going to go ahead and jump you up to... Oh, no, we can go down to yellow. Yeah, I forgot it was a full-on blue. This is fine. No, no, pit. Just low, keep it low. Man, it's unfortunate. Oh, well. Everybody around me is on fresh tires, so none of that's changed. Man, it must have been a bad crash. Wow, it is. Having to get the crane out and everything. Poor Roland. He's actually on pretty good form, too. I think we had a chance to get 2 top 7 finishes, honestly. We're actually going to get to see him get moved off the track. I don't think so. I think it's just going to do what it does. All right, there they go. All right, let's go back to the race. As soon as they... In a moment, we'll bump it back up to max. And we'll definitely be attacking quite a bit. Thankfully, by the time... One good thing is... I mean, it's not good that Roland crashed, obviously. But one good thing is that it will allow us to wait to push until a lot of the water has gone off the track. So, in the end, it might be better for her race, even though it is worse for our team overall. All right, we'll check it once we cross the line here in a moment. Probably drop you down to double orange for a while. Now we are getting past there, though. Maybe I shouldn't have, but honestly, I think we're going to get past either way. So I don't think we could have stopped that. He's actually pushing up pretty hard and heavy. He's on faster tires, to be fair. But he is going to have to pit. He's going to have to pit more, so I'm hoping we can get that place back once he has to pit again here in a bit. Yeah, we're going to stay on slicks the rest of the match. That little bit of rain at the end is not enough to justify anything, obviously, so slicks it is. All right, we'll check our... We'll drop you down to neutral. The tires really are burning down pretty hard and heavy. We'll check your fuel. And we could do like 1 lap of red and then a couple laps of... all the rest of the laps of orange, like 6 laps of orange maybe. Do I want to do one lap of red now? I mean, the guy behind me is coming up pretty hard and heavy. Let's go and put the red up now. See if we can fend off him a little bit longer. And then we'll drop down to orange when we cross the line again. All right, we're at 5 point... just a little over 5.5. We could go red maybe like a quarter of a lap here. And we'll drop it down to orange. And I'm just going to jump it up to 12x while we're breezing through this middle gap. It's not much for us to do. Tires are okay. 3.3, no, that's perfect. We're gonna be right on perfect on the fuel. We might have actually wanted to pit early. We're already past the pit lane now, so it's nothing we can do about it. We will pit here, I think. So actually, we're going to go ahead and go overtake because we are low on the tires. It's only 10 laps left, so we can definitely switch to those. We're going to go 8 in a bit, which will give us... No, we want to go 9 in a bit. We want to get 10 laps. Can we fit this in? Yes, we can. And I think that's well worth it. Fast is good. Go pit stop, go. All right, we came out of there pretty good. We'll go push just for a little bit. I'm going to leave it on high, though. I don't think we can afford the red. Right, back up at fourth. We're going to go back down to neutral, though, on the tires. Should be able to stay on orange the entire time, though. 7 laps left, 7.7, perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. As long as we have the condition in the engine. It's getting low. I'll have to keep an eye on it, but I think we're going to be okay. Should run this out. Fourth place, there we go. Don't know if we can catch third. Maybe, no, we're not catching them. I don't want to push any more on the engine, but go, 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 yeah. How are we going on the engine? 31, oh, it's getting so low. But we've only got a few laps to go, guys. I'm just going to keep this up, 25%. Ouch. Come on. Hold on. Hold on. Do we have enough gap? Yeah, we're 2 seconds. We're not going to catch the guy in front of us, and the guy behind us is not close enough to catch us right this second. I'm going to drop down to yellow. Final lap. This goes down to red. We might even risk going down to complete conserve, but no, we're fine. We are solidly in third place. Nah, good race. Good race. Oh, my goodness, guys. Good job. Other than this, and I think he was going to be fine, honestly. I think we were doing good with him. I am very happy with a podium finish on the first race of the new season. That is awesome. And I think we used all our resources that we had. Took our engine down to right at the red line. Even the wing was pretty low. Took advantage of a couple fixes where we could, and I think that worked out in the long run. Nice. I'm very happy with that. Can only go up from there, right? Didn't get the fastest lap, so we did actually get fourth on number of points, unfortunately. So third on the race, but we're going to be fourth on the drivers overall. That's all right. Still a really good start, I think. And I think Roland would have been top 7 as well, which would have gotten us some team points for sure. Thankfully, he didn't get a dodgy neck as far as I can tell. His morale is a little bit low, which is unfortunate, but both of them are still continuing to grow. How is your happiness? Oh, because I came 6th overall because of him. Fair enough. I mean, that's fine. But we did get our sponsor money, so that extra 600 grand is pretty big deal. Brakes have been built. Very good. Let's go build us another part. So, I'm going to do another brakes. I can't remember what my plan was. Honestly, it's been several days since my last episode. Actually, probably been a week or more because I did all of the last season in one sitting. So, I don't remember what I said I was planning on doing. We'll take the max here. We'll take the reduced reliability. We'll have time to boost it back up. And then, I mean, this gets us to 664. That gets us 674, so that's even better. I don't think there's any point doing that because that's not going to get us any more than this. I mean, I do want this. I'm wondering if this is just slightly better. That gets us to 659. How's that so much less? Huh. It looks like it's showing me 5 difference. Shouldn't we just get the flat plus 25 right now? We're not, are we? 20. Yeah, we're only getting 15. Why are we only getting 15 from this? I'm not sure if I understand that at all. That one's obviously not really super relevant. I'm hoping we don't have to run wet tires and irons too often. I mean, this one's slightly better than that one. Lowers the max, which is unfortunate. But it does give us a bunch of acceleration up front, so we don't have to improve the performance super fast. This is the best thing. But this, we don't have the R&D facility next level anyway. So, you know what? It's fine. Let's just take this. It's going to be a good part. And we're just going to ignore the fact for now that this exists, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the best thing we can do. All right, let's take that. I mean, we have to really push some pressure on the reliability to get it pushed up, but that is going to be fine. I think this is going to be a good break for us, and then we can start working on some other parts. Car condition, 46 hours because of the crash for sure. After his win today, we wondering if you had any thoughts on Willie Vincent. Anything can happen. Sure. Although I guess that increases his morale. Maybe we should have done something. That's not a big deal. No mistakes, thankfully. Brake's finished. And all that's good. As soon as we get done repairing the cars, we can look at reliability and stuff. All right, you're good. We definitely want to work on this new brake here. And yeah, definitely max out the reliability on that as much as possible. We definitely don't care about you anymore. And we actually don't even care about you anymore because we are bringing another good part. So we'll do that for now. Once we get this a little up, we will plug in a few other things, I think. All right, new pit crew. Anybody that's just amazing. 70, definitely no. 81, also no. I'm not even gonna look at their stats. Not even gonna get tempted. 88 sounds good, but no. We're gonna say anything that's below 90 is just a no. We're not even gonna care about their stats. 13s and 12s. I mean, they get a little bit of boost once we actually hire them. I mean, we do have a 91 here still. So the 92 would be better. But it's a 91 at a 19. There's no way it's gonna be better than that. So I think we reject both those guys. And yeah. Just hopefully get a different person next time. I don't know that we actually have to reject people to be able to take advantage of the rotation and stuff like that, but we're just going to do it anyway. Brake build finished. Let's go. This one's already 76. Perfect. We'll go ahead and put all the stuff into that one. We'll be improving the performance on those two. So those are the two brakes we'll have for next season. I think that's going to be good. And we can move on to... what are we worse on now? So that gets us up to 6. I'd like to be up to 5th or higher on the brakes, to be honest, but it is what it is. We're 6 on everything. I mean, it's kind of the way it is. We'll go for gearbox, I guess. And this very first part, because we want to be able to use it probably right away. It's not going to be the one we use long term. We'll take the smaller chunk and then, but with the little bit extra reliability just to help us out a little bit. Do have some sponsors now. First, and second. None of those are going to happen. So, well, actually, I'm saying that. There's a chance it could happen. There's a chance. 200,000 up front is not a lot, quite frankly. Kind of tempted to take this one and try and push for a first place finish on our United Kingdom one. We don't race in the United States, but we do race in the United Kingdom. Maybe we can push our way up to first by then. You know what? It's worth a shot. Oh, it's actually further out than 5 races anyway. We should have taken that up front. I was thinking the United Kingdom was a little bit closer than that. That's all right. We're doing some driver scouting. We'll check the reliability once we get to the new haircut. A little bit more marketability. I like it. Can't go wrong with more marketability, that's for sure. All right, there's our gearbox. Holly Kitson. Slacker, addicted to video games. Aren't we all? Race. It looks like it is going to have a chance of rain. We have terrible fuel efficiency. Yes, I know. That is a known issue for sure. All right, so this one might be a part that we actually do use. So we will make it a little bit slightly better part probably. Wow, never mind. This is bad. I mean, does not help us at all. Neither does a risky part, to be honest. Well, I mean, we'll take this. If we're going to have to build a risky part at all anyway, we might as well take this, and maybe we can improve the performance for next season. So this is not going to be one we use now. It's just a way to get us up to this next level. But even that is, well, the acceleration on supers, softs, and ultras, that's actually not that bad. That could be beneficial to us because we run on soft supers and ultras a lot. And we don't even have to worry about we don't have to advance that with our mechanics. That's just automatic. So that's actually really good. Now this is fine. I think this will be okay, and then we'll bump up to that one next set. Yeah, I like it. I wish we had a thing to reduce riskiness, because we could take one of those risky things and then go from there. Any other drivers to scout? Nope. Well, that's the last driver we're going to scouting right now. Let's go improve parts. This part is great. Maybe I let that one go a little bit too far. That's okay. This gearbox is already at 50%. We'll bump it up as much as we can. We can get rid of actually both of these. We don't need either of those right now. In fact, we're not even going to worry about those. We're just going to focus on these for now. It's not much. It's a little trickle. But we'll try to get the performance on or the reliability on that one as much as we can before the race. We'll at least be 60% or higher, and I think we'll be all right. So really didn't improve the overall reliability of the car going into this next race. But that's okay. That's all the scouting we can do. I mean, do I dare go for third or above? I mean, I don't know. I'm going to do one more seventh or above. If we get another third, then I will start going for the third or above, I think. All right, let's fit some parts. Definitely give you the best, give you the second best. And those are fine, those are fine. The best here is good. I guess that one's slightly more reliability, so we'll do that route. Good. Looks good. Looks like it's going to be rain during qualifying, or practice, I should say. I didn't see if there was rain on the race day, though. I was looking over here right as I clicked the button. I think it said 40% chance of rain on race day in our early report. We'll see if that stands up or not. Huh, maybe not rain. We'll see. Could rain partway through, I guess. Yeah, it is definitely going to start raining partway through, which does, we're not going to change tires, but it is going to make it, we're not going to get as much bonus from our tires, unfortunately. Let's see here. I'm going to push the downforce up this way. Handling up that way. Speed balance that way. And softs are still just too soft, I think. 8 to 10 laps is just not that good, so we'll leave it on the mediums. It really matters which direction we go. Kind of in the middle. And then handling and speed balance. Something like that should be good. And yeah, we'll stay on mediums. At least get it locked in for mediums. We might use softs at least at some point during the race, but I can't imagine we're going to use it more than like one stint. Lots of very poors. So we definitely know which direction to go by a lot. 27%. That's probably one of the lowest scores I've had right at the beginning. Pretty far. Handling is actually only poor, which is interesting. Something like that. Oh, since you're out. I hit the button too soon. Alright. 28. You almost beat him. 28%. Pretty far. Pretty far there. Pretty far there. I don't want to go past it, though. That would get frustrating, for sure. Hope to get as much tire stuff in before the rain comes, because we're going to get barely any once the rain starts dropping. 61. Very poor. Still very poor. Still quite a bit more downforce. Handling is very close. We'll Well, we'll come back to you. Very poor to poor on the speed balance. A bit more on the speed balance. Probably drop this down just a little closer. Something like that, maybe. Got a grade on your handling as well. 75%. Very poor to poor. It's a pretty big gap. Very poor to okay. So less of a gap. Honestly, something like that's probably okay. It's about to start. At least got it up to level... I think we'll get level 2 at least. I don't know if we'll get level 3. Well, we're probably not going to use the tire thing anyway, to be honest. So that's probably not the end of the world. Alright, 61 to 81. So we went from very poor to poor. So still a bit more. And then still great to great. Very poor, poor to good. Very poor, poor to good. So probably something like that. Probably maybe not quite as much. I mean, the handling's got to be close, right? In theory. Let's try that. Up to 89. That's not bad, actually. Poor to good. So not much more to go on the downforce. Great to excellent. Okay to good. Same thing here. Not much more to go on the speed balance. Something like that. Just about send you out for good. Probably bring them both in one more time, hopefully. Hopefully he got close enough. She should definitely be close enough to send her out one last time after this. Excellent, excellent. Okay, okay. Well, no, we can work with that. He's at 92%. Honestly, what we're going to do probably then is just get enough downforce to get kind of the okay where we would think it would be. And I probably will send you out after that. Because I think that's going to be close enough. I bet we get at least 95 or higher off of that. If I can figure out how to lock these in, which is not going to be easy. Hopefully that still works. But I think I still will send you out for a full stint. I think that's close enough. We're at 95, so we'll make a little bit of a change just to see if we get something locked in before the race itself. But otherwise, we will probably call this pretty good. Something like that, maybe. Try that. And we will... Oh, I should send you out on full stints. I think this will be okay. I think we'll get a 95 or higher on her, and I think he might get close to 97, 98, something like that. Or it could go down, but I think we'll be alright either way. As long as we can get the race trim locked in. Oh, it's going to be close. Going to be close on the race trim. It should be okay, right? Oh, it depends on the timing. There we go. Good. I knew we were going to get the medium tires, but at least getting the race trim is okay. All right. Okay, come on. We got this. We're going to have rain on this beautiful race day. A little bit cloudy, at least. Let's see. Rain. I don't see any rain. We can see pretty far. Eventually, I want to get the final level on our weather station just so we can see the whole race, but pretty good. So we'll take race trim, and I think we'll keep going with quick fixes. We still haven't really done a whole lot of improvements on the reliability for a lot of the parts, so I think it's still worth it. And those two is good as well. How do we do on the car setup? 98. That's perfect. So there's 29 laps. We could technically do one stint on softs, I think, which would get us 8. We believe 21 laps. Yeah, we could do one stint on softs. Actually, maybe 2. Let me think. 8, 16. That'd be tight. We could almost do 2 stints on softs, but we'll at least do 1 to start off with. And it is how many? 8 to 10. So we definitely want to underfuel, I think. We'll go down to 9 laps, assuming we're going to go stay on orange for most of the time. And then you Any differences here? Oh, you went all the way up to 98 as well. Very nice. Same tire wear, so same kind of problem here. We might actually. I want to get you some points, so let's actually risk you a little bit more. If we went 8 laps on red, which is crazy, but what if we did? We would need 10.4 laps of fuel, because it'd be 8 times 0.3 would be 2.4 plus the 8 laps, 10.4. So let's go 11 laps, and maybe we run you on red a lot more. Let's see. That's an idea. You are further up in the grid, so that's part of the reason. And actually, we might not even have to run you that much. Actually, we may want to flip-flop this, because she's going to need to push a whole lot more than he is. I think we actually do want to flip-flop this. So let's go fuel options. Let's go 8.8 for you. And the 10.4 for you. And you can go red for just about a full lap at the beginning. So that's good. Okay, no, I think we're good. I think this works out. I want to keep you ahead and first if possible, and I want her to start working her way up the list. Let's find out. I'm actually going to go watch. Oh, he got a bad start off the bit. Oh, wow. The other guy got an amazing start. He's slingshotted way up there. And Roland is just dropping down super fast right now. I mean, he is in the second best car for us. I mean, he's in the worst car. But I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to it. So we're going to have to drop you down to orange pretty quickly. And you have to go down to yellow at some point. You can stay on red the whole time. I will drop your tires down, I think. But the goal is to keep you on red the entire time. Really let you push up as far as you can. It's a very windy track. I mean, it's hard to get some good straightaways to pass. Oh, somebody already crashed. I'm going to drop you down to yellow on the tires. Drop you down to yellow on the tires, just because I really need to make sure the tires last as long as they can. And I'll decide here in a minute who's going to pit first. Probably Roland. Which means I have to drop her down to orange sooner. He's still got 5 laps left. Actually, if I drop her down to orange, let's see here. She's passing right now. I can go red. Probably one more full lap just about. So we'll do that. And then we'll drop you down to orange for the next lap and you'll pit second. You really didn't advance as much as I was hoping you would. Honestly, you haven't advanced hardly at all, which is really kind of frustrating. I was hoping you'd do better than that. Still no rain that we can see. In fact, looks like there's not going to be any rain at all. You're good, and you need to drop down to orange. And at some point, you'll have to drop down to yellow for a little bit. But we'll do that here in a moment. In fact, I'm probably going to drop you down to conserve on your tires as well. If she'd been pushing up more, I might have kept her on red longer, but and maybe let her pit first or something. But just hasn't come to fruition. You're just passing right now. You are gonna have to go down to yellow for a bit, so we'll drop you down to yellow now. And then you're passing now. You have to go down to yellow for a little bit as well. Do yellow now, and then we can bump you back up to orange here in a minute. Tires starting to get a little cold, but I think we have to keep you on conserve though. Just to stretch out these last couple of laps here. Alright, just past the line, 2.2, so we can go back up to orange for 2 laps. Just passing the line, 3.3, we can go back up to orange for you as well. I will not go up to yellow on the tires just yet, but we might have to in a minute to get some stuff back into them. Alright, he's already in that last band. I really would like you to get 2 more laps, though, just to get the timing right. Could pitch you now, though. I mean, if we pitch you now, we would really have to come out on mediums twice. If I pitch you later, we might be able to come out on yellows once more. Maybe. No, I think we put, I think we're already in that last band. It's actually kind of bad to be in that for too long. If we do 8 laps here, that puts us at 15. That's not enough. So we're going to have to go straight to mediums, which is fine. And we'll just do 11 in a bit. Technically, I have time to fix a part. Why not? If we have time, we have time. I mean, it does add some risk to the overall pit strategy, to be fair. But... And actually, I think you can come up to neutral and overtake. Actually, push and overtake, because we're going to pit you next lap. I'm getting too close to that band as well. We'll do mediums. We might be able to come out on softs at the very, very end. It's hard to say, but I think there's a chance. Let's do, I guess, 11 in a bit. Same thing here. We should be able to fix a part, especially with your extra time. We can actually fix 2 parts. And why not? Again, it does add risk, but we've got the extra speed. We might as well take advantage of it. Alright, go ahead and come out on orange and red. I think that's fine. For a lap. Oh, are we in? No, we're not. Okay. There's just no retaking in that sector. Which is really weird, because it stacks everybody up so much. Alright, so we're going to drop you down to neutral and high. For now, we'll reevaluate here in a moment. Very, very early compared to everybody else, so whether that's good or bad, I mean, we'll find out. I think it was worth pitting with not able to overtake in that last sector type of penalty going on, although that seems to have gone away. All right, so we are 9.4, so not enough to stay on orange the entire time and get 9 laps out of it. We'd have to drop down to yellow for a couple laps, or we could go red and basically make 8. Let's do a couple laps on red. I think it's going to be okay. I think we even get a push for a little bit. You're passing right now. Yeah, you would need 11 laps to stay on orange the whole time and to get 10 laps out of it. So we're just going to go with 9 laps. Okay, we're going to stay on red for both of y'all. Just for a lap or 2. I'm just going to bump you up for the speed. All right, up to 7th. 7.7. We can stay on red for another full lap, I think, and then drop down to orange. And you can stay on red, I think, one more lap as well, and then drop down to orange for 8 laps left. Yep, I think that works. Trying to get a little temperature into the tires over here. We'll drop that down a little bit. All right, so 6.6 laps, perfect. Let's drop you down to orange. Leave you on orange on the tires, I think, is okay. And you just passed 7.7, perfect. And I think neutral is okay as well. Let's breeze through this middle stint here. Hey, Roland is in first. I'm a little surprised. Is he gaining on the guy behind him? If he's gaining on the guy behind him, he could drop down a little bit on his overall speed. Although anything we gain is more time in the pit. Now, since we're on the white tires, the medium tires, the lower band is not quite the same penalty as it is with the other tires. I think we can push you up to push for a bit. We'll check the timings here in a second once we cross the line. Wow, we are really pushing it pretty hard. 2.2 is exactly what we need. We may go yellow at the very last lap just to get a little bit of overflow, but other than that, we're good. And then you are 3. Yeah, we're good. Go, Roland, go. Man, I think Greaves could do good too if she could just get past the people. She just got stuck so far behind. We are going to drop you down to yellow because we are pitting this turn. And 13 laps remaining. We do have to come out on mediums. And, well, 12 laps remaining after the fill-up. So we definitely want to get the full 12 laps. We cannot risk that. I mean, we can risk this part. We can fix this part. That one is just too much. There's a chance. We're really rolling the dice on this one if we don't fix that part. Because basically, if we don't fix it, there's a chance we could stay first. If we do fix it, we're definitely not first. Although we are... Well, we're 8 seconds ahead of the next person, and they're all going to have to pit again. Maybe we do go for it. That puts us 10 seconds over. I mean, they're going to catch up. But then they all have to pit again. I think it's worth the risk. It's a risky thing, but I think it's worth it. Let's go for it. We definitely don't want to run out of, durability on that. All right, you are crossing the line right now, and you have just enough. We're going to drop you down to medium. Push is fine. Schedule your pit. I mean, you're going to have to go mediums as well. I just can't risk the softs. I'm tempted to go a little bit higher and really push your engine a bit more. Actually, let's see how much engine you had left. 52. I mean, it's low, but we've only got a third of the race left, so I think we can do it. I think we can push it a bit more. So let's go mediums. Let's go full 11 plus. Gives us maybe 2 laps of red. We can fix this part. We have time because of her half speed thing, which is really nice, quite frankly. Can almost fix the engine. If we deselect this, we could fix the engine. It actually might be worth fixing the engine as well. It's only a 3-second longer pit. But really guarantees that we can go red. I think we can go red anyway. So I think we'll just fix this one part and be happy with that. Yeah, that's fine. I don't see anything else we can just throw in here. All right, let's go with that. Now, there goes the gearbox. I mean, he is coming out pretty late. He's going to have to stay medium for a while, unfortunately. Because he has just enough fuel. I would really like him to get caught up, but I don't think there's much we can do. Nice. It's up to 16th. Somebody ahead of him already pit, though. So he's got 2 people ahead of him. So he did lose his first place. I mean, we did lose that positioning, unfortunately. You are going to go red and push. I mean, he's not going to automatically let you pass him because he doesn't take team orders, but... Alright, so 10 laps remaining. Yeah, we got to stay on yellow with you. You can go red probably at least one more lap. Although if you're stuck behind our own guy, what's the point? Yeah, we completely lost our first place finish. It was a risk. I thought there might be a way because we were so far ahead that we might be okay. But what you gonna do? We might not even get the sponsor objective, honestly. I shouldn't have done the part. I should have risked it. Oh well. I mean, you live and you learn, I guess. We'll check it here in a second. 6 laps remaining. Still not enough to go orange with you. 6 laps remaining. You have to stop going orange as well. Oh, and tires. Both y'all's tires. Whoops. Five laps remaining. Still yellow. We got at least somebody in 7th, but man, losing first. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe it wouldn't have lasted. Maybe it would have. It's hard to tell sometimes. I thought there was a slim chance that we could do it and then still get out in time. Especially if other people have to repair from time to time, but it just didn't happen. Wow, our tires are really bad. We have to finish the race as it is, but we can actually go up to high. You cannot go up to high. Oh, yep. Hello, suspension. I mean, there you go. I mean, the suspension was higher than the gearbox, right? And I think it was. And it already went down, whereas the gearbox didn't because we repaired it. So, argument could be that we had to repair. Like, it was not a choice. You can go about half a lap and then go back to orange. And might as well go down to conserve, just save the tire a little bit. I think we're at least going to stay with our sponsor objective. Just losing first place like that, just really, really unfortunate. Oh well, it is what it is. At least both our guys finished the race this time. I mean, that didn't happen last time. And we got our sponsor objective, so those are the important things early on. Would have been nice to get, you know, higher, but as far down as we started, I mean, she jumped up a lot of places, and he dropped down quite a few places, but again, that's because we repaired a part. We're not going to have to repair a part probably anytime in the future, because we're going to probably put some more reliability into some of those parts anyway. Maybe. If we keep building new parts, we might not. Although if the parts we build are the ones that we're putting a lot of reliability time into, then maybe we will. So she's 5th. He's at least got some points. And we're 5th overall. So we are below our team objective, unfortunately. So the chairman's not going to be super happy with us. But I think that'll probably be... Those first 2 races are probably going to be some of our worst races of the season overall. Just because... Oh, we did come in 4th overall as a team. He is happy with us. Just because that is the ones that are, you know, our lowest part, you know, performance and stuff like that. So I think we'll get just a little bit better as we go forward. All right, well, there's our save. Our 2 races are in the books. We will go ahead and put a cut in there. When we come back, we will do the next 2 races. And hopefully get some more improvements and things like that. And yeah, hey, we're up to a 5th place on drivers. No. Drivers were 3rd earlier. How did we drop down on drivers? Or were they 6? I actually don't remember what I said at the beginning. Our car was definitely 6. I remember that. And I remember these 2 being 2nd. Pit crew dropped down a little bit. We're still 2nd here. First there. Yes, we're still good. All right. Well, I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.